every day I have to come and improve myself. I try to wake up every day and come to work, give everything I have. Yeah, I don't know what to say, to be honest. Making my debut against some of the greatest players ever is Peter. Obviously, giving me the opportunity to fulfill my dream. Yeah, they've both been amazing, and I'm very thankful for them. For me, it's trying to stay level-headed. Like I said earlier, I feel like I'm a very aggressive player. I try to win the ball back as fast as I can, whether it be if I lose it or if anyone loses it, I think.
All right, good afternoon, Jacob. It's a pleasure to be speaking with you today. How are you doing?
I'm great. I'm great. Thank you for having me on.
Unlike your brother who's in the nation's capital, you are playing for Sporting Kansas City, the team you grew up watching, the team who you joined at 12 years old. Is it fair to say that you're living the dream of every single Kansas City boy?
Oh, absolutely. It's I wake up and I thank God every day for it. It's definitely a dream come true, and to be honest, I'm incredibly blessed to be in this situation.
It's just being able to play for any Major League Soccer team is an absolute privilege, but I'd imagine that being able to play for SKC out of all teams, that makes it even more special, right?
Absolutely, it's to be able to represent my family, as well as the club and as well as Kansas City as a whole. It's a true blessing and a privilege, like you said. And I don't take it for granted at all. And I try to wake up every day and come to work, and give everything I have.
What was your reaction when you realized that you'd be signing a professional contract with Sporting Kansas City and playing for your boyhood club? Did it feel like this was the culmination of a decade or even longer than that of all those years of hard work?
Absolutely, I think it was for me. It was kind of just like you said, looking back at all the years, all the stuff I've missed, all the sacrifices I made for it to pay off in the aspect of getting a contract. I mean, I still have so much to do, and to be honest, I haven't really done anything. I haven't proved myself yet. That's my mentality. I think every day I have to come and improve myself, and I'm always striving for more. So yeah, but initially when the contract was offered, and in that current moment, it was a wave of emotion. To be honest, like
Yeah.
everything I've worked for, everything I've done, it's all come to that moment, and for it to finally be presented was very special.
It's not often that you will see a player make their debut against Lionel Messi, Luis Suarez, so many other legends of the game. How special was it to have this baptism of fire, prove yourself against a team like Inter Miami that was coming off a record-breaking season and being able to show to everyone that, you can pull it off?
Yeah, to be honest, it was. I don't think you could write it any better. It was, and I'm incredibly thankful the staff trusted me going into the first game, and it gave me a load of confidence. But looking back, I don't know what to say, to be honest. Making my debut against some of the greatest players ever is something of a blessing, and I'm incredibly thankful I got the opportunity to do that.
100%. And after playing in Kansas City's first few matches of the year, you dropped to the bench for a couple of matches in March. Do you feel like this timeout from the side helped you to mature and develop and realize what you were missing to become a starter?
Definitely, I think obviously I'd love to stay with the first team as much as I can, but at the end of the day, you can't control everything. I can only do what I can only control what I can control, and that's what I have to focus on. But I trusted the coaching staff's decisions fully, and I never doubted them. So yeah, I don't think, for me, it was just a learning moment and a chance to get more minutes with the second team. To be honest, I had no problem with it, and I fully understood. And yeah, like I said, if there's no problem if I can go out and play every weekend, no matter where it is. It's always good.
You've gone from playing under a legendary manager in Peter Vermes, in charge of the team for 16 years, to playing under an interim coach in Kerry Zavagnin. How would you compare the two? Have there been any major differences in terms of the tactical setup, in terms of their style of coaching?
Yeah, I think first of all, I'm extremely grateful for Peter, obviously giving me the opportunity to fulfill my dream, and I have nothing but respect and thanks to give him. Yeah, he was obviously I didn't have him for that long as a coach, but I think as in my time with him, I learned so much and grew so much as a player. As well as I think I've done the same with Kerry. I think obviously they've been together for 20 plus years, I believe. So having obviously different perspectives on things, different opinions, it's always good. But yeah, they've both been amazing, and I'm very thankful for them.
You know, over the past 3 months, you've emerged as one of the first names on the team sheet under Kerry. Is it surreal to go from not even being in an MLS roster to becoming a starter? Is it something that you've expected? You know, how have you dealt with that meteoric rise?
I think for me, it's trying to stay level-headed. Like I said earlier, I try to come in every day, prove myself, not only to myself but my family and everyone around me that I can do this, and I hopefully will do it. So yeah, I think it's for me, it's the inner drive to always be better every day. Because like I said, I haven't earned anything. I haven't done anything to prove myself yet. So coming in every day, and I think my support system around me, my brothers, sister, my parents, they keep that same drive in me going, and always pushing me forward. So.
How would you describe yourself as a player? What do you feel are the main attributes that have seen you become an indispensable player for Kansas City?
I think obviously it's the players around me that support me the most, and whatever I can do to support them in the game, obviously I try to do my best. But I think for me, um, I don't know, I feel like I'm a very aggressive player. I try to win the ball back as fast as I can, whether it be if I lose it or if anyone loses it. I think, yeah, I think I'm able to keep up with the game, my stamina. I try to keep it as high as I can. So in that aspect, my endurance, I try to shut down counterattacks, anything like that. But like I said, whatever I can do to help the team, whether it be offensively, trying to give it to Manu or top players, so they can go create. That's my role. So.
Are there any players who you've like tried to model your game around? Any players who you watch on TV or on YouTube and try to take bits of and absorb that into your game?
I would say definitely. I grew up watching Tony Cruz, Busquets, players like that. Watching them being so calm on the ball and immense pressure, as well as on the defensive side, helping their team out in whatever way they can. I would say, yeah, I definitely grew up watching players like that, to see their composure in tough moments, as well as being able to pick out any pass they want to, is something I definitely try to model my game after.
You've played in a variety of roles in defense and midfield. Would you say that this, defensive midfielder number 6 role that you're currently occupying, would you say that that's your strongest position?
For me, I would say yes. I've obviously played center back, right back, pretty much anywhere in the back line. But for me, I feel the strongest at the 6. I feel like I'm able to create plays from there, as well as shut down plays on the other end of on the other side of the ball. So yeah, I think that for me, that's the strongest spot.
At 19, it's fair to say that you still have plenty of things to work on in order to reach your apex. I'm curious, what are the main things that you're trying to improve upon and add to your game right now?
For me, I would say being composed under pressure, being the outlet for our team to get out of tough spots, whether that be building out or whether higher up the field, as well as trying to contribute more on the attacking side, whether it be playing more final passes, stuff like that, players in behind. But like I said, whatever my role is to help the team win, I'm more than willing to do that.
It's been just 4 months since you started your MLS journey. I'm curious, who is the best player that you've played against so far?
I think it's an easy answer. I would say Messi for sure.
I just wanted to hear you say that.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
kind of knew the
absolutely.
answer.
I feel like
Nobody.
there's only one answer there. So
Yeah. No, for sure. The greatest of all time. It's been a fairly seamless adaptation for you to life in Major League Soccer, but have there been any things in particular that you feel like you struggled to cope with initially? Are there any specific aspects, either on or off the pitch, where you felt like you had to learn on the job this season?
I would say I think every day is a new day, and you learn something new every day, and things become more and more normal as it goes on. So yeah, I would say, like I said earlier, my support system around me, as well as players. We have veterans on this team who've seen it all. So having them by my side, giving me advice, whether it be something at home or something I'm struggling with on the field. It's nice to bounce ideas off of them and get their feedback. So whether I'm struggling with something or just trying to get a little bit of perspective or opinion on something, it's nice to have people around me that can. So.
Kansas City are currently hovering outside the playoff spots. What do you feel are the main things that your team needs to improve on in order to reach the postseason? And at the same time, what do you feel are the biggest causes for optimism?
I think for us, obviously we didn't start the year in the form we wanted to, but I wouldn't say at any point this year the locker room or the guys have been down and not optimistic about what could happen. I think everyone's been on the front foot with positive things in mind of what could come this year. So I think that's still the mindset. Obviously, coming from a week off in the middle of the season a couple weeks ago, I think it's even stronger. To be honest, the guys are pushing for more, and we have a goal in mind to reach playoffs and hopefully go even further than that. And for us, it goes game by game. Obviously, as part of the back line, we want to do everything we can to keep the ball out of the net and hopefully pick up a couple clean sheets towards the end of the year. And we have full trust in our attacking players to get it done, and I have no doubt they will.
We're halfway through 2025. What do you feel are the main objectives for the rest of the year, both on an individual as well as the team level?
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, for the team, definitely pushing for playoffs. And like I said, we want to push for more once we reach that point. Like I said, there's no doubt in my mind how far this team can go. We can definitely make playoffs, and obviously, it's not a far-fetched goal for us to go even further and hopefully win the MLS Cup. There's no doubt in my mind that we can do it. But for me personally, I would say obviously just like whatever I can do to help the team. Hopefully keep getting minutes. I'd love to keep starting. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, whatever the team needs to help win it, to keep winning, I'm more than happy to do it.
Jacob, just one last question before we go. What does the future look like for you? Where do you see yourself a year from now? If we do an interview 1 year from now, like what do you want to say that you've achieved? What do you want to say that you've like improved on? What are you aiming for?
Absolutely. I mean, as of right now, it's something of a dream, and hopefully I can keep doing so. I'd love to keep playing as much as I am so far. Hopefully just keep building minutes as the years go on, or as the year goes on, as well as next season. Obviously chasing for more. So to be honest, I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know what's going to happen next year. I couldn't tell you what happens tomorrow, but I know I can come in every day with the same mentality and the same work ethic and let it go from there.
Jacob, thank you so much. It has been an absolute pleasure, and I'm wishing you all the best with the rest of the season.
Well, thank you so much for having me on, and you have a great day.
you.